of KZN that have not come through. So it will be too early for me to predict whether we're seeing a decrease in the numbers. In other provinces, of course, outside of KZN, the numbers are decreasing. In Gauteng, the numbers are decreasing as we receive the statistics every day from the National Institute for Communicable Diseases. But in KZN, I think the numbers are not a true reflection of the situation on the ground. It's for those who are presenting themselves in healthcare centers or clinics as they become sick. So you don't know what is happening to the other part of the community. And you asked the question of whether vaccination of DSD and correctional services, how have it gone? Minister Lamula has been very thrilled to say at least he doesn't have to worry about a community infection within the prisons, given the large population that remains in our prison. And that work to vaccinate inmates continues as we vaccinate other South Africans. And I just need to commend the ones who are now known as the national group, those between 35 and 49, for the massive response to not only registration but to the vaccination. And they are glad that their government has moved fast to make sure that they are vaccinated as soon as they started to register. And we are encouraging them, because they are the second largest population group in the country, 12.1 million of them. We're encouraging them to move quickly to get vaccinated so that we can move to the next cohort and maybe prevent the fourth wave from reaching us, but also flatten the curve of the third wave quick enough. In terms of the questions that have been... there's a question around when is the NCCC meeting. The NCCC will meet, I think, this Sunday to consider matters on for whether what are the interventions that require to be done and whether we open this and we don't open that. I do not want to preempt the decision of the NCCC in terms of the discussions and the reports that will be submitted by the relevant structures such as the night joints and the Department of Health and the other departments that are party to the work of the NCCC. And therefore, I will not have a comment or venture an opinion on the sale of alcohol. And on whether the government is cabinet is discussing reintroduction of special COVID-19 distress grant or basic income grant, and why is this being discussed now? I think the basic income grant discussion has not started now. The basic income grant has started from the governing party when they were saying, how do we sustainably support South Africans who are not able to earn an income, and what are the interventions? So those discussions have not started now. They have always been underway. And when we look as government, and I've confirmed that government is discussing possible interventions to assist communities, households and businesses that have been affected not only by the unrest but also by the impact of COVID-19. Most of them did not recover from the impact of the second wave, the first and second wave, and when we went to the third wave, the situation became dire. And we had already started working on a package of measures for the intervention. And whether the social relief grant will come back, I will not want to venture and preempt cabinet decision on the proposals that are on the table from either social partners or from either ourselves as government ministers. We need to allow cabinet to make the decision and get the state president to respond or report on those decisions. And on our reaction to as the presidency on the allegation that our president was part of the list of world leaders selected for possible intelligence targets by NSO, Spyware. Of course, we will not be happy that we have been targeted, because we believe that infringes not only on the privacy of the person of the president, but also infringes on the sovereignty of this country to make its own decisions without other countries trying to find or to preempt those decisions and influence them, and also trying to undermine those decisions. Of course, if you read the report, they were not saying that was action. So the state security agencies will have to look at whether that the targeting resulted in the actioning, whether the phone of the president was tampered with the state security will have to do that part and give us a report. But we are not happy for the mere fact that we are targeted, and it's a pity that that report comes now when relations are improving within the region, and we do not want to get to a state of distrust within members of the SADC community, and we are hoping we'll work together with fellow SADC members to protect and respect the sovereignty of individual states, and will not use unacceptable means to find information. There are always diplomatic channels to find information on decisions of South Africa.